What is this place? Welcome to the most secure cell in the entire complex. The darkest hole in Titania. Feel anything, Laphicet?
Yeah, I think this is the Earth Pulse point.
If this cell is where the Earth Pulse point is, then does that mean it housed a Therian? Yeah, and a real hungry one at that. Every day, they would toss demons into its cell. It would devour its fill, then wipe the blood from its lips. Never once realizing, it was delivering to Inominat the malevolence of hundreds of demons and prisoners. And then one day, there appeared before it a female Moloch, who shattered the barrier and freed the Therian from its cage. But the Therian knew no mercy, and it devoured its liberator. And it was then... It was then I obtained the power. The power to avenge my brother.
Velvet, you're a Therian?
This prison island was a feeding ground for the Therian, harnessing the malevolence created by the prisoners within.
But because Velvet escaped, the malevolence went out of control.
Wow, the same darn thing that happened back in Kamoana's village.
Lord Artorias would never have done such a thing. No. What's so unbelievable? That he used his wife's brother as a human sacrifice? That he imprisoned his wife's sister? Because that's what your damned holy shepherd did! All to get his hands on Inominat's power! I'm sure he had a reason for... A reason?! To spare the world of its pain! Don't give me that! Who will spare my brother's pain? Who will soothe my brother's despair? He murdered my little brother, Laphi! And you'll stand there and tell me it was for the greater good?! At any rate, that's one less Therian for us to track down.
Velvet.
Help! Eleanor! Kamoana?
What? Did Velvet yell at you so hard you're starting to hear voices now?
I have a feeling something's wrong. Kamoana could be in danger.
But we already beat the Headless Knight.
I still can't shake this feeling. Please, let's go back and check on them.
Sure. I mean, I think Eleanor is starting to realize the bad things. Like, especially back in Logra, she didn't like bring I mean, she was thinking about it, but she didn't bring...
All right.
I didn't get shit. Alright, let's go back to Soma Volcano. She didn't bring Laphicet to Logra's headquarters, the Abbey headquarters. So I'm going to give her that one, even though she was thinking about it. I'm going to give that one to her. But at this point, knowing quite a few things by now, knowing about Inominat, knowing about all the Therians feeding malevolence and all that, knowing about demons in general, and watching Melchior turn Molochs into demons, you need to decide something, Eleanor. You need to decide if you really want to trust Artorias or not. Because whether you like him or not, there's something going on in the background. And it's not pretty. It's not as pretty as they make it seem. They've been lying about Demon Blight this entire time. And, like, there's just all this other crap.
Velvet is a Therian, is she? I knew there was something off about her.
But it's what she cried out that's really on my mind. Laphicet, is Velvet truly Lord Artorias' younger sister?
She never told me.
If it were true, I suppose it would explain her knowledge of Lord Artorias' training.
If you're so curious, why not ask her yourself? Hey, Velvet, what's your connection to Artorias?
Rokuro, have some tact! I heard you whispering. Doesn't bother me. Artorias was married to my late sister, Celica. He was our brother-in-law. We lived together for more than 10 years.
That does explain a few things.
So he sacrificed his little brother and turned his sister into a Therian.
But you were his family. To his view of the grand scheme, family is inconsequential. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. All he did was act according to his ideal logic. Well, enough chit-chat. Let's get moving.
Though I suppose taking our time is what makes Eleanor so good, actually. I wouldn't want Eleanor to rush this sort of decision, because I feel like in the end, it would kind of diminish what she's stood for her entire life. With her mother dying and joining the Abbey in the first place, you can't just... I was thinking about it during that cutscene. You can't just diminish that way of thinking in a matter of like a couple days or a couple weeks. So, in that respect, totally understandable.
So it turns out that Velvet is a Therian who consumes malevolence.
And too much malevolence is what changes people into demons. Strong enough malevolence can persist after the person who created it dies, turning their corpse or spirit into a raging monster. That's how undead and phantom demons come about.
Then the demons Velvet killed turned back into humans because she devoured their malevolence.
Yeah, and consequently, they avoided becoming undead or anything like that.
So she saved them. Well, I mean, a corpse is a corpse, of course.
Do you think she could devour only the malevolence and turn a living demon human again?
Unfortunately, that's impossible due to malevolence's self-reinforcing nature. When Therians are connected to Enominat through an Earth Pulse point, they seem to be able to absorb small concentrations of malevolence from the surrounding area and inhibit the creation of new demons. But any human who builds up enough malevolence to turn into a demon will keep producing malevolence as long as they live.
That's right. To devour any malevolence, I need to cut it off at the source. That's how my powers work.
Velvet, I'm sorry.
I don't mind it. Actually, I find it convenient. This way, I'll never forget my hatred for Artorias.
Plus, as long as you stay away from an Earth Pulse point, you get to keep the power of any malevolence you consume.
Fuel for my hatred, yes.
And fair enough, I mean, trying to get your revenge. I mean, I guess it's good that we know that if she's not buying Earth Pulse point, she can at least keep all that malevolence and get even more evil. So, alright. Let's go and maybe have a problem once we get there. I feel like we're gonna have a problem once we get there. Didn't really check around. Think we're okay though. I'm also glad that Velvet finally told them, like, yeah, that's my half-brother. They've been living together for 10 years. Say something. Alright, we'll go save her. That just a Doulahan?
Eleanor! You really came back for me.
A promise is a promise, sweetheart.
A headless knight and a horse demon.
It's giving off a ton of malevolence.
This must be the true survivor of the venomization process.
Oh, I get it! The dying exorcist lady wasn't saying Headless Knight is back. She was going for Headless Knight on horseback.
Whatever the case, we'll fight whoever we have to claim this island.
Ooh, okay, he moves. Oh yeah, that's straight up a Doulahan. Cool. Glad I called that one.
Get close and look if you're that curious.
You wronged me! Here's your justice! Fighting order!
Good job, Laffy. We'll see how bad this guy is. Ooh, we're good. We're good. Yeah, boy. Throw in Rokuro. I should probably bring in Aizen some more, too. Feel bad Aizen's not getting that love. Keep wasting my thing, because I keep thinking he's going to do it. Rokuro's burst move is, like, really hard to use. Yeah, you need like a freaking one-on-one battle to like use it well, in my opinion. That's why it was so easy to do in Shigure's battle, because I was so focused on just watching him. You know? Oh, okay. I thought Eleanor died for a moment. That'd be bad. Oh, that's not good. Oh, god damn it. Ow. Ow. Please stop. Please. Please. Oh, god damn it. I'm doing so bad right now. Hey, I got him. Oh my god. Keep getting stunned. It's really bothering me. Get in that. Alright, we're probably good now. Get in another one of these. Yeah, we're good. We got this. There we go. Oh, cool.
That's venomization, all right. Definitely stronger than that headless lump of armor.
I beg your pardon?
Not you.
Yep, there he is.
Demon from the villa?
No, look! It's absorbing the malevolence. It's a Therian.
Actually, that hawk is Griffin, my one and only friend.
A damned Therian. So that's what Tabitha meant when she said we'd find out shortly. But your highness, why do you have a Therian?
It's like I said, Griffin has been my dear friend ever since I was a child. Even if he's a Therian now, that hasn't changed.
So you knew you were helping a Therian escape. What are you plotting?
I have no plots or schemes. I just want Griffin to be free.
I guess we shouldn't be surprised. The Crown Prince and future king, he's gonna do whatever he likes.
I suppose I am at that. But if I am, it's the first time I've ever been allowed a choice of my own. When you're a prince, you're not a person. You're an institution, one designed to serve the state and its people. Say, for instance, you're doing your law studies and your back suddenly itches. What do?
I mean, I'd scratch it. Who wouldn't?
When I did that, my tutor gave me a whipping so hard the blood ran down my back. The reason being that I prioritized a personal feeling, that is to say my itch, over my studies in service of the state. Seeing Griffin lay claim to the skies let me imagine my own freedom. It was my lone solace over the years. But then, he turned out to be responsive to Innominat's power.
I take it the Midgand royal family is well aware that the Abbey is creating Therians.
Of course. How could we not? The kingdom offers unequivocal support to Shepherd Artorias' vision of reason and will. Even so, if there was one thing I could never permit, it was seeing Griffin locked up and unable to fly. Never. I tricked the Exorcist on guard and disabled the barrier. But then Griffin attacked the Exorcist and killed him.
That's why you said you could never go back.
They can overlook a single dead exorcist, but with a Therian removed, malevolence will engulf the capital.
I knew full well what I was doing. And yet, I couldn't watch my friend's life be stripped away.
Your Highness. He chose a single bird over the world. Why do you think that birds fly? That's what Lord Artorias asked me.
My anatomy book says birds can fly because their bones are light and their wing muscles are enormously strong.
Birds fly because a bird that cannot fly is no bird at all. That's what I think.
I understand now. As long as you remain on this island, you may do as you please. But if you try to escape, I'll kill you.
That should work. This way we'll have him on hand if we ever need a hostage.
Understood. I appreciate you letting Griffin and me stay here.
Well, now that that's taken care of, let's build ourselves a hideout.
Cool. Alright, so Laffy levels up. Pretty good. God, I really like this prince. God, yeah. I don't know why, but like, I just needed like a 10-minute cutscene. Well, it was like a 5-minute cutscene of him just explaining his life, and I was like, holy shit. I like that guy. Equipment skill mastery on a lot of things, so that's good. Armory grants +1 maximum BG to characters' armory equipment that has been enhanced. Cool. I like that guy. God damn.
Hey, Velvet, do you know where Eleanor is?
Wasn't she just playing with you?
Yeah, but then she left. I'm worried because she looked pretty sad. Can you go find her?
Why me? All right, fine. Just don't cry on me, okay?
Why don't you just go look for her? Super Ronin. Cool. Quite a few scenes to watch. Man. We're like up on... We have like 4 Therians so far, so we're doing pretty good, I'd say. I don't know, like, goddamn. That the whole learning about, like, how a prince has to be throughout the years. I don't know, it just really... I thought that was pretty good. He's like, no, I'm not dealing with that anymore. I love my bird. You know, it kind of reminds me of Sieg in Trails in the Sky. In a weird kind of way. It's not like there's any real significance or like real similarity in the situation. But, I don't know, it just kind of reminds me of Sieg. Birds in stories are cool. Birds in video games are awesome. When they're not gigantic and your enemy. When they're part of the story, then they're cool. Alright, let's talk to Rokuro.
Hey, Rokuro, have you seen Eleanor?
Probably. I don't know. Bit drunk.
Just try not to go overboard.
But man, are we a bunch of screw-ups or what? I mean, we've kidnapped a prince now. They gotta have laws against that. Broke out of prison, flattened Helives, tried to assassinate a shepherd. Hey, how many infractions you think we're on the hook for?
Pardon me if I don't stop and count. If you don't like it, nobody's forcing you to tag along.
No, I still haven't repaid my debt to you.
You say that, but you really just want to beat Shigure, don't you?
Whoa, to me they're both connected. It's a long story, but I can tell you if you...
I'll pass.
Well, join me for a drink then?
Can't. I'm 19.
Damn. Fucking got him on that one. Friggin', oh my god. Alright, don't go overboard, buddy. Don't want you dying on us.
Huh.
What are you guys
A
doing?
most interesting interpretation. What do you make of this part here, then?
Well, if you pronounce it Loney Kyle, then it'd mean midriff, which probably isn't right. Maybe Muse Mila?
Well, that would make this passage read,
What the fuck?
Oranges are nummy.
Okay, yeah,
What
that's
the-
not right either. What's wrong, Velvet?
Have you seen Eleanor?
No, I haven't. Sorry, I know I'm supposed to watch her.
Just read somewhere where there's more light. You'll hurt your eyes like this.
Okay.
Oh, friggin' Muse Mila. Alright. And Poranges. That's pretty good. You guys keep reading. Get some light, buddy boy. Hey, Eisen.
Hey, you got any idea where Eleanor is?
No, sorry. I was having a meeting with Benwick and the crew about our search for Eifried.
Are you sure you're okay with putting that off? At this point, the Abbey doesn't have much reason to keep him alive. Wouldn't you rather look for him than Therians?
I know time is a factor, but we still don't have any decent leads. I think we need to stir up the Abbey and see what shakes loose. And who better to do that than you?
So this works for both of us then.
Never fear. I'm still acting out of self-interest. Besides, Eifried won't die so easily.
He's a strong man. It'd take a lot to bring him down.
Yeah. I've never seen him flinch from a storm, no matter how choppy the seas.
Where angels fear to tread, as they say.
Probably some of that as well.
Alright. Well, maybe we'll find him along the way. Magilu? Yeah. How you doing? What are you doing back here? You're like away from everyone.
Hey, any idea where Eleanor went?
How should I know? I'm too busy to spare any time worrying about anyone else.
You look pretty distinctly unoccupied to me right now.
Right, I'm busy being unoccupied.
You're... what?
It's simple. When you have free time, it means you're busy trying to avoid having any business to do.
You're too weird for this world, Magilu.
Says the woman with the world's blandest personality.
I always figured you'd be the type to take off as soon as things got hairy. So what keeps you here?
I am utterly, completely, totally, wholly devoid of anything else to do. Which is to say I'm...
Unoccupied.
Right, now you get it. Besides, I have to stick around to see how our bet turns out, don't I?
I mean, fair enough, but there's probably a bigger reason you're sticking around, right? I really like Magilu. And honestly, I'm totally there with her on that whole, like, when you're unoccupied, you're basically busy. So you can be unoccupied. So you can not be occupied. Alright, Eleanor, where are you? Where is Eleanor? All the way there. Actually, Outer Path is like right there. So I need to go that way? And you guys just hanging out back here? Alright. Well, let's go the other way. I'm not sure if that's the right way, but seems like she's on the Outer Path, which is through that door, I believe? Yes. So we'll check that. I felt like that was wrong because it seemed like they were leading me upwards where Magilu is, so it wouldn't really make sense for her to be this way. But I had to check anyway. Don't mind the item we just got that was called a hawk croach. I need to look at that. What is a hawk croach? Insect with an unusually strong life force. Oh, cool. Alright. I don't know why, but sure. So maybe out that way? We can try. Hey, Bienfu? Not really. Just wanted to say hi. No. Honest. Alright. Are you lying to me? Oh, it's like a friggin' other pathway. Huh. Why is Bienfu so weird right now? I mean, I know nothing's up here, but Bienfu's like so... I don't know. Weird? He's being very, what's the word? Apathetic, I guess? I mean, that's where the watchtower is, or the other path. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going. I feel dumb right now. Eleanor, where are you? Why do you have to make me feel dumb? You make me feel really dumb. I'm just trying to find you, girl. Lady. Maybe up there? Maybe. There you are.
There you are, Eleanor. Kamoana's worried about you.
You actually came looking for me?
Can't say no to a crying child.
Indeed. She may be a Therian now, but deep down, she's still a lonely little girl. That's something I've come to realize in traveling with you all. Wretched demons and Therians, even the Malakim who I'd only thought of as tools, they all live and think as humanly as the rest of us. I was so clueless. I didn't know what demon blight really was, nor what the Abbey was doing. Through it all, I knew nothing beyond blind belief in whatever I was taught.
Ignorance is bliss, as they say.
The coward's path is not that of an exorcist. They may say, I didn't know anything, so I can't be blamed. I can't live like that. I think I'll stay here a little longer to cool my head off. Please tell Kamoana I'm alright.
Don't stay out too long. The sea breeze can get cold.
Thank you.
Don't get the wrong idea. If you got sick or something, Kamoana and Laphicet would worry. That's all.
Alright, don't soon too hard, Velvet. Don't soon too hard.
I have something to say. There's something I've been hiding, until now. I've been acting undercover on a special mission for Lord Artorias. I was to watch over the Malik Laphicet and bring him to Abbey headquarters. So vital was the mission, I was to do whatever it took, even kill my fellow exorcists.
You were gonna take me to them.
I'm sorry for deceiving you, Laphicet. Originally, I was going to get you to lower your guard, then take you in. However, I no longer intend on following the Abbey's orders.
You're turning your back on Artorias?
No. I still believe in the sincerity of Lord Artorias. That the world he seeks is one that will benefit all humankind. But nevertheless, I simply cannot bring myself to condone the methods he has chosen to achieve that vision, so... I will help you protect the Therians, until I discover the answer I seek.
Eleanor!
I want to live a life that I don't have to be ashamed of, and to do that, I have to learn the truth for myself.
So, you live by your emotions after all.
Maybe you found your own creed.
Welcome to our wonderful world of wickedness.
Don't equate us! To act in opposition of one's feelings is to act opposed to reason.
You never make things simple, do you?
You should be glad I don't.
Yeah, after all, she's my vessel.
Yes, yes.
So, I think our next order of business is to find ourselves another Therian. Well, that's the extent of my insight. Anyone got any actual leads?
What if we had Eleanor swipe some intel on them from the Abbey? That could work.
I don't know.
It wouldn't work. Officially, the Abbey still considers her a traitor, so who would leak anything to her?
Yeah. Besides, we can't put Laphicet in danger like that. And anyway, Eleanor's terrible at being a spy.
Ungracious, but accurate.
You know that special underground cell from yesterday? I want to go back there. There's something I want to try out.
All right, let's go.
Sure. Man, that's what we need. I'm so glad Eleanor's just like, yeah, I wanna find out things for myself. I wanna figure this shit on my own and go and find my own answer. Honestly, on the roof, like in the watchtower, when she was talking to Velvet and like going through that moment, I was like, man, you really remind me of Alicia right now. Like, she is so going Alicia mode. I don't know, I'm really feeling it. I'm really feeling Alicia. And I'm happy about that. I'm really happy about that.
Show us your
Hey, cool. Barbatos Archipelago, that is destiny for sure. This is the homeland of a clan of warriors who abstinently refuse to use items in battle. Their fighting style is crude, but overwhelming, and they are highly valued as mercenaries. I believe that's Destiny? Destiny 2, maybe? One of those two. Barbatos. Or it can just be a reference to iron-blooded orphans. So, we'll go ahead and sail on that one.
Scout ship set.
We also have I'm Shocked.
Laphicet, I must offer you an apology.
What for?
For spying. I was plotting to take you back to the Abbey. I am truly sorry.
It was your mission, wasn't it? Somehow I think I always knew.
You did?
Call it a hunch. Besides, Velvet was really suspicious of you. Whenever you feel you're doing something wrong, you start to sweat a lot. It seemed odd.
How long have you known?
Ever since you became a vessel for me. I think Velvet knew too.
That's quite a shock. I failed completely in my role as a spy. It's pathetic. Shameful, really.
Well, I think it says something good about you.
Huh?
Someone who can't lie well seems like a better person than someone who has an easy time of it.
Thank you, Laphicet. I think you're the better person here.
I wouldn't go that far.
What are you doing here, Bienfu?
I was hoping you'd let me join in!
We're in the middle of something important. Please leave us be for now.
I'll be quiet. Just let me hang around, all right?
Afraid not.
Bien! Madame Eleanor is a mealyhead!
She's a what?
Laphicet, thank you. I hope we can stay friends.
I hope so too, Eleanor.
Literally no point to have him in the friggin' skit. Like, he showed up, he's like, I want to be part of this too. No. No. I'm having a discussion. Leave. Laphicet, you're a great kid. I love you. It's like, Bienfu. Just leave. Just leave. Bienfu tells all.
Hey, Bienfu, I have a question for you. I know Magilu likes to call herself a witch and all that, but what is she really?
The obvious guess would be that she's an exorcist, but I don't think I ever saw her name in the roster.
That's not surprising. She is indeed a bona fide dark witch. I should know. I saw one night just how scary she could be. It's enough to keep you awake at night. It was near the crater of a volcano. Above the bubbling magma sat a huge cauldron. Inside the cauldron, a blood-red liquid stickily simmered, boiling in the hellfire heat. When droplets splattered onto Miss Magilu's cheeks, she just cackled and licked it off, and she kept the cauldron boiling for 3 days and 3 nights.
What was she making?
Strawberry jam.
What? What's scary about that?
I was just getting to the scary part. Instead of using sugar, she put in soy sauce, cooking wine, and liquor.
Soy sauce and strawberries? Is that normal?
You wouldn't think so, but that contrasted sweetness, sourness, and saltiness actually makes it taste great. Not that someone like you would understand the appeal. You have to have a refined palate like mine to appreciate it.
Wait, I've heard of that. You can boil things in soy sauce and wine to preserve them. When you do it with strawberries, it's called strawberry soup.
That's right!
Actually, strawberry soup has sea urchin and abalone, not strawberries. It's just called that because the sea urchin plumps up like berries. And it's not preserved either.
Really? Well, I had no idea. Wow, I really liked it too. I wonder if the reason she's never made it for me again is because she realized the mix-up. Now that I think about it, that's not the only thing I like that she made one time. Like durian jellies and the candied sweet fish too.
I think I see what's going on here.
What does the food she's made more than once taste like?
It's just normal stuff, like what you guys always have. Only a truly scary witch could hide that much cooking talent behind such plain-tasting food with no one the wiser.
Alright. Sure. We also have one more skit, but I'll watch that in a bit. Bienfu, you really need... Well, actually, we haven't seen Bienfu in like a couple hours, actually. He hasn't really had any screen time. We need to give him a little bit of time. So I think I'll give him that one. And sure, I'll just watch this before I go. So the history of fragrant wood.
I know this smell.
Yeah, it's Prince Percival's fragrant wood perfume. When I told him I'd never smelled it before, he put a little on my sleeve to try it out.
I love the smell of the royal family's perfume. It's distinct, but not overpowering. It's made from Fandaria trees, conifers that grow in a snowy land.
I've noticed that you and Velvet and Magilu smell nice too. Do you all wear the same perfume?
We do? We don't use that stuff, but maybe you're smelling the soap we use.
Oh, can only the royal family wear fragrant wood?
No. Some fragrances, including the Fandaria scented ones, only the royal family can use, but most don't have any such restriction.
If they all smell so good on humans, why doesn't everyone use them?
You know, I've never thought about that. Why do you think that is, Eisen?
It's a bit complicated. To explain it right, I'd have to start with the history of bathing in Midgand. A few hundred years ago, people believed they would die if they took a bath. They were so terrified of baths that they wouldn't even go near one.
I can't believe people would be scared of taking a bath. Why would that even happen?
Well, at the time, a deadly plague was running rampant, and people thought that it could be transmitted through bathwater. Bear in mind that this was all before we had proper plumbing or techniques to purify water. People couldn't just bathe anywhere. Sewers like the one we used to sneak through Logres are a fairly recent construction, only around a century old.
Some people even thought bathing at all was unhygienic.
Right. As bathing went out of style, the royal family started to use these fragrant woods.
Covering up their bad smell with a good one.
Yep. As a result, their perfumes used to be far more potent, to the point where you couldn't even tell if it smelled good anymore.
But nowadays, nobody actually believes that bathing can make you sick, right?
As civilization advanced, plumbing became widespread, and baths themselves became much cleaner fixtures than they used to be.
And the fragrant woods fell out of favor because they were no longer necessary, right?
To the contrary, as the people gained prosperity, the perfumes became a popular display of wealth. The newfound popularity didn't last long, however, thanks to the propagation of a new disease. One that didn't transmit through baths.
Demon blight, you mean?
With the rise of demon attacks, life outside the city walls became increasingly difficult. With fragrant woods now harder to come by, the perfumes once again became the domain of royalty.
I guess that means that fragrant woods share a long and complicated history with plagues.
To cover up the truth of malevolence, the powers that be spread rumors of a demon plague, continuing their time-honored tradition of covering up one stink with another.
So, what do you think of the perfume? Do you like it?
Yeah, it smells nice. But I think I like the smell of soap better.
Huh?
So basically just bathe more. You don't need perfume. God, we're having a lot of skits all of a sudden. Let me start walking forward a little bit before I watch that one. That was like a really long... I say that because that was a really long skit about bathing. Like, thank you. And Eisen went on this, like, grand explanation. I love when Eisen just goes on explanations about random crap. Explaining about bathing. Like, the years of plumbing. How it just started up a century ago and all that crap. Oh, Eisen. Never change. So, we're gonna keep going down. And I think once we go down this staircase, I'll watch that skit.